There's a knock on my door every night at 1:16 a.m. I live in a gated building. It started exactly 1 week ago. 3 deliberate knocks, perfectly spaced, at precisely 1:16 a.m. Not 1:15, not 1:17, always 1:16 on the dot. I live on the 8th floor of Riverside Towers, a luxury apartment building with keycard access, security cameras, and a doorman who works until midnight. After that, the building locks down completely. You need a keycard to get past the lobby, another to access the elevators, and a third to reach the residential floors. The first night, I assumed it was a neighbor with an emergency. Maybe Mrs. Chen from 8B had locked herself out again. But when I looked through the peephole, the hallway was empty. I opened the door anyway, checking both directions down the corridor. Nothing. No one. The emergency exit door at the end of the hall was still closed, its alarm intact. The elevator showed no recent activity, the floor indicator hadn't moved from the lobby level. Hello? I called softly, feeling foolish. Only silence echoed back. The second night, I was ready. I positioned myself by the door at 1:15, watching the peephole. At exactly 1:16, 3 knocks came, but I was looking through the peephole and saw no one. The knocks seemed to come from the door itself, as if someone invisible was standing directly in front of it. I yanked the door open immediately. The hallway was empty, just like before. On the third night, I called building security during the day to ask about late-night visitors. "Sir, our logs show no one entered the building after 11:30 p.m. last night," the security guard, Marcus, told me. "Are you sure you heard knocking?" "Positive. 3 knocks, 1:16 a.m. exactly." Marcus pulled up the security footage on his computer. "Let me check the 8th floor camera from last night." We watched the timestamp approach 1:16. The hallway remained empty. No one approached my door. But at exactly 1:16, Marcus and I both heard it through the phone, 3 distinct knocks echoing from the video. "What the hell?" Marcus muttered. "The camera shows nothing, but the audio picked up knocking. Has anyone else complained about this?" Marcus shook his head, but something in his expression suggested he wasn't telling me everything. That evening, I decided to record the knocking myself. I set up my phone outside my door, positioned to capture anyone who might approach. At 1:16, the knocking came right on schedule. When I reviewed the footage, it showed an empty hallway, but the audio was crystal clear. 3 knocks. No source. On the 5th night, I tried a different approach. Instead of waiting inside, I stood in the hallway at 1:15, directly in front of my door. I wanted to see what would happen if I was occupying the exact space where the knocker should be standing. At 1:16, the knocks came from behind me. I spun around. My door was directly in front of me, maybe 2 feet away. The knocks had definitely come from the door, but I was standing exactly where anyone knocking would have to be. The sound had come from inside my body's space, as if someone had knocked from within me. I stumbled backward, heart racing. That's when I noticed something else, 3 small scratches on my door, right at the height where knuckles would hit the wood. They hadn't been there before. The next day, I visited Mrs. Chen to ask if she heard anything unusual. "Oh yes," she said immediately. "The knocking. Same time every night for about a week now." "You hear it too?" "Of course. But it's not coming from your apartment, dear. It's coming from 8C. 8C was the apartment directly across from mine. But 8C had been empty for 3 months, ever since the previous tenant moved out suddenly." "Are you sure?"